Hi everyone, this is Geraldine again. So today I want to talk to you really quickly about illness. And I've been receiving a lot of messages about people getting really down emotionally, lowering their energetic vibration, and taking on all kinds of illnesses and sicknesses right now that are going around like the flu. Now, what I'm going to show you today is how to remove illness from the body. But I want to say before I go any further, removing illness from the body, because illness and because we are multidimensional beings, illness is also multidimensional, which means that it requires working on many different levels within the body, because we have a physical aspect, emotional, 3D, what we can touch. We have a sentient, our emotional body. All of those aspects of ourselves are being affected when we are dealing with illness. Now, I'm going to show you how and why, as an energy healer, as an intuitive energy healer that can see the entire energetic field. I can show you with pictures what I see within the body when we're looking at illness. Now, when I'm talking about illness or sickness, right now, I'd like to focus more than anything on things like the flu, like sinus infections, like those things that are going around right now within our season, which the majority of us are dealing with. Illness, healing any kind of illness and sickness is a process, and it takes time. It takes a lot of transformational parts, from what you eat to how you feel to how you're thinking every moment of your day, how you are processing information, and from which chakra out of alignment perception you are coming from. Because based on the disalignment of your chakra system is usually where you are looking at the world from and where the world will see you. Now, this is where we talk about how we are allowing things into our space. So we're going to go into this quickly because I want to make sure we try to cover as much as possible. That way this is something that you can utilize right away. Now, what happens in our everyday life and how do we attract illness quickly? First of all, we have a sense of something. We sense something in a space. Now, that sense that we have turns into a thought form, and that thought form turns then into an emotion based on how we are assessing that thought form and that sense that we have of a situation. What happens is that these emotions come as they come in through the brain. They are categorized within the body energetically and stored. If you do not process it consciously, they are stored within the chakra system. Now, the chakra system is a very organized and complex system, like I've spoken to you before, which goes through our body and which designates information categorized depending on where it belongs. What does that mean? The emotions are categorized based on specific locations of the physical body. For example, I always like to give this very simple example of grounding and rooting. Any kind of emotion, anything that you sense that causes any fear, for example, you feel threatened in an environment where you don't feel welcome, that turns into a fear. And that goes into the root chakra, because the root chakra is where our grounding, the base is, our security, our home, our ability to feel safe within an environment. So this is where we start to store that information, and our chakra goes out of alignment. Now, this energy center has been fed. It is now growing. And from this perception is what we are now seeing everything. So every other sense that we pick up is now going in through the thought form, turning into emotion. And what tends to happen is that now we have a filter, which is our chakra system, which we are now filtering information through that emotion. So this is what happens. Now, when we do not process emotions properly right on the time when we are processing them and receiving them, what happens is that this now stores information more and more and more within every single chakra system. And now, over time, it's almost as if it solidifies our perception. And now this turns into a program. The program is now, anytime I come into an environment and I am not welcomed, I am not safe. I am not good. I am not good enough to be invited. And of course, it's very complex thought forms that can go back to many other memories, many other circumstances which have been filtered through that exact same system. So let me show you what happens. Here's an image of us having a sense that turns into a thought form, turns into an emotion, and then goes into the root chakra here, which absorbs this information. And when a chakra goes out of alignment, what happens? We open our space, and we are opening and inviting any kind of entity attachments which are at the same vibrational level, let me try to show this to you, as this vibration. So let's say fear. Attachments, what they look like actually is like almost like an octopus, almost like a jellyfish. Why? Because they are very complex beings, very complex entities of energy that come into the physical body with each space. And because we're multidimensional, and because there's different aspects to ourselves, and because our emotions are complex and fall into different compartments depending on the way we process information, attachments tend to come into the body and connect very interestingly among all aspects which are pertinent to that self. What ends up happening is that the attachment will come into the body. Here's the human body form of some sort, and here is the attachment. What it looks like is it comes into the physical body and it'll attach to a chakra system. Let's say the fear-based program was based on a person not feeling worthy in a space, so it'll attach to the heart center. It'll attach to the root chakra like little vines. Literally, this is exactly what the attachment will look like when it is removed from the body. When I have to go in to remove them, it is important to get every last drop of that attachment, because they are like little tentacles that come into the body and connect. So as you can see, this attachment comes and attaches to the root that grows out and affects here your sexual organs, okay? It affects the sexual organs, your center for creation, for manifestation. A lot of different aspects are correlated with your root chakra. Now, it also attached to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is our esteem, our ability to feel love for ourselves, to know our worth and our self and our presence. So now it affects there. So what happens? This body, this pain is now manifested here on the top right hand, on the top left here of the chest where the heart is, and causes a pain here. Okay? So that's what happens. And so a lot of times we have aches and pains within the body. We're talking about several layers of information that we have to dig in, which is why I am so, adamant about telling you to be mindful of the thoughts that come into the body, because this is how this processes through our physical form. And we end up having these attachments that cause an illness. Now, of course, these attachments can cause aches and pain. Flu is something a little bit different. Flus come a lot during this time of the season. Yes, I'm not going to argue with anyone about the scientific aspect of flus, where, your immune system crashes, but we can correlate both sides, the scientific side and the metaphysical side, okay? When your immune system is low, your reserves are low, your emotional body is low and very open, very frail. You don't have a grounding. So a person that has a low immune system is not grounded, has an aura system that is open with holes everywhere, not mindful of their energetic space, and isn't balanced emotionally. Okay, and especially during this time of year when we have a lot of stress, we have a lot of anxiety of our families, our friends, our activities, money issues, financial issues come in. We have to start planning, we have to start thinking ahead, a lot of pressure from many different angles, social, emotional, personal, how we want to perceive ourselves, how we are being perceived. A lot of that happens right now. Okay, our human body is a multidimensional being. We cannot just say it's the cold weather or it's this, because it isn't. Any kind of illness, any kind of health has to do with our emotional levels. A lot of people that are healthy and vibrant go out in the rain and the cold, they go up hiking to the Himalayas and they're fine. We have to take note of how our health is so intricately connected with our emotional self. And the way I have seen illness from my own personal perspective is that illness is always based on an emotional imbalance. It stems in an emotional imbalance. And over the years of working with people, assisting them in removing things, I know and I have seen with my own eyes that these attachments connect to many aspects of the body, not just one. It's in layers, because we are layers. We have our emotional layer, our physical layer, we have our energetic layer, our nervous system. You know, all our different systems of the bodies are all different layers of which these emotions come, and they are stored in compartments, which are the chakra systems. So how do we heal that? How do we remove a chakra? I thought it was really important to talk to you about how an attachment looks, because a lot of people, they might go get healings, or they might want to heal themselves, and they visualize removing something from their space. But the problem is that we need to understand that those attachments are quite complex, and that it requires you to have a very good connection with yourself and to trust yourself and what you're feeling when you are doing the healing. So when you are removing an attachment, I want you to be 100% aware of what everything feels from the head to your toes, because you will feel whether something is coming in from one place, because in that way you're going to know where things are coming out from. Okay, so it requires you and connection with the body, using your intuition and communicating with the body. You know, that takes time, it takes practice, it takes dedication and discipline. You have to create a daily practice where you are communicating with your body at every moment of your day. This is where mindfulness comes in, presence comes in, everything, all consciousness of your body as a whole. Now, how do we heal the body? The body has meridians within the body, which look like a giant pole of white light. To create ultimate health within the body, we need to realign the meridian centers, which are the energetic centers to which all the meridian lines are connected with. Okay. Now, you can look up the map of how the meridian lines are connected. It's very interesting. You can also lay that over the chakra system. Much more interesting for you to see how everything is connected, okay? Now, the meridian lines in the body, from how I see it from an energetic standpoint, I'm going to share that with you because it's really important when it comes to healing your body. We have a meridian line, which is a pole of white light that goes in through the crown of our head and connects us down to the center of the earth. That meridian line is our optimum health. It's the center meridian line. We have a pole, and we also have a horizontal line, which crosses through the center of the body. Our next line is the pole that goes in through the center of the body. I'm going to show you this. The pole that goes in through your body, your chakra system, should be perfectly aligned within the center, connecting up to source. And the meridian line goes in through the body. And how you're going to see the middle of the pole going through here, through the front of the body, actually. Let me make that very clear for you. As clear as I can make it for you with this image. The pole goes through the body, through the center of the body, and when you look at the person from the side, it looks like this. You have the pole going in through the center of the body and the pole going in through the center of the core. Okay, we need to visualize those two poles, those two energetic centers, because those are how we connect to this planet Earth. Those poles revolve around the planet, and the top core connects up to source. This is how the multidimensional body operates, and this is how we create optimum health within the body. So any moment that I start to feel sick, I have a stomach ache, I ate something strange, not sitting well with me, I will immediately align my meridian lines, my meridian poles, and immediately I will start to feel the body coming back into, it pulls away from attachments, it pulls away from the disalignment of the chakras, and it comes into the physical alignment with Earth. Now, what happens? The next level, we also have meridian lines that go through the sides of the bodies that look like this. I'm going to draw them for you. These green lines that I created for you are also meridian lines that go in through the body, through the shoulder, through the side of the body, all the way down to the legs. Okay, it's really important to create an alignment with those as well. So I want you to visualize having aligning. So these are the main poles, and these are kind of like the poles that we use to tune the body. So in the meditation, in the healing, we're going to just get started. I want you all to close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale. Visualize connecting yourself down to the center of the earth. Visualize creating your protective circle around you. Visualize aligning your chakra system up in a straight line, your root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown with your creative color. Visualize surrounding your body with golden white light, 10 feet of white light around the perimeter of your aura sphere. When you do a healing, your home must also be grounded and cleared. Ground the four corners of your house down to the center of the earth. Raise the vibration of the house to gold. Surround the house with a giant bubble of golden light. And in this moment, we ask that anything that does not belong in this space be removed immediately. I want you to visualize a color that represents health. Every person has a very specific color that represents health. What is your color that represents health? I want you to visualize that color coming in, rushing in from the center of the earth, coming up to the solar plexus, creating a powerful vortex of energy in the center of the body. Visualize gold light coming down from source in through the sky, through the crown of your head, down your spine, combining with this healing color at the center of your body, creating a vortex of gold and your specific healing color. We're going to send a part of that back down to the center of the earth. Your specific color and gold goes up your spine and out overhead like a fountain of energy. It covers the outside of your aura sphere. Going back to the solar plexus, it goes up your spine, down your arms, and from the palms of your hand, we're allowing this energy, gold, and your specific healing color to surround your body inside of your aura sphere, all around you like a powerful vortex of healing energy. All around your body, cutting, cleansing, and removing anything that does not belong within that space. I want you now to visualize flushing your aura sphere from any thoughts, emotions, feelings, programs that you have received within the past week, days, months. Everything, flush it down to the center of the earth. Inhale deeply. And exhale. I want you to visualize a very powerful white light coming down from source and raining over your body like a really powerful shower of white energy. Coming over you, washing, removing, clearing any blockage, anything that is within the body. I want you to visualize the flu or your ailment or your pain or your illness as if it was a dark substance within the body. So I'm going to visualize the lungs being infected. We're going to visualize breathing in your healing color with gold energy and filling in that space. And I want you to visualize pulling that black liquid out of your body, down to your body, down through your legs, down to the center of the earth. You are removing that illness out of the body. Send it down to the center of the earth. Remove it. I want you to feel it being removed. I want you to know that it's leaving your body. And ask yourself, do you accept this healing? Do you accept letting go of all the programs that created this illness? I want you to see a contract in front of you that represents this illness. Shining your crown chakra with your creative color on top of this contract. I want you to destroy this contract. This contract is going to represent all of the ailments and imbalances within your body and the programs that had created the thought forms, the emotions that have compartmentalized within the body. All of that information is here within this contract. I want you to visualize destroying that contract with your creative color out of your space and cleansing your space. Visualizing that white light coming in, draining your body, covering you with white light, cleansing from the crown of the head all the way down to the feet. I want you to visualize the pool of white light in the center of the body all the way down to the center of the earth. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. I want you to visualize the meridian poles that go on the sides of your body, aligning any kind of lymphatic system, any kind of draining that needs to occur is occurring through these poles down to the center of the earth, cleansing anything that's left behind within the body. I want you to feel the body. Where else do you feel a misalignment? Where else do you feel sore, aches, pains? All of that has to go down to the center of the earth. Visualizing aligning the root chakra back into a balanced state. The sacral chakra into a balanced state. The solar chakra back into a balanced state. The heart chakra back into a balanced state. The throat chakra back into a balanced state. The third eye back into a balanced state. Maintaining your crown chakra with your creative color as bright as possible. We visualize that white light flushing and cleansing the chakra system, any programs that are left behind. I will teach you another way of cleansing that in another video. But for this video, I want you to cleanse all of that down to the center of the earth. Any programs that are left within the body. Any attachments that you feel, you can remove out of your space now. Visualize pulling them out. And as I mentioned, feel where those attachments are linked to, the different aspects of your body. Inhale deeply and exhale. Visualize grounding yourself down to the center of the earth, your protective circle around you, your aura sphere. Visualize your chakra system in perfect alignment up on your crown chakra with your creative color. Send that color up to the 8th, to the 9th, to the 10th, to the 11th. And above you see source like a powerful white light. Connect to source. Visualize that energy covering your body as you are integrating the two aspects of yourself, the material body and the source body, the energetic body, all bodies, 7 bodies in, 7 bodies out, all charges down to 0, negative infinite. Cleanse your space entirely, draining any last attachments that are left within the body, and all the meridians are in perfect alignment. Inhale deeply And welcome back. And your body should look like this. You have your protective circle around you. You have your chakra system in perfect alignment, connecting to source. Your crown chakra, your 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th chakra, and above that, you are going to connect to source energetically. You ground yourself down to the core of the planet. Any moment of your day that you start to feel out of alignment, sick, any emotions, any negative low vibration emotions that are not necessary for you to feel, you send them down to the center of the earth. Be very proactive with your health. Be mindful of what you're feeling. Be very proactive of your health. Be mindful of what you're feeling throughout your day. We cannot be like sponges. When we are not doing the work, we absorb everything from around us. And that's how we end up with all of these attachments into our space. Do we want these attachments in our space at all times? Do we want to create this constant cycle of energy within the body? No, we do not want to allow that into our body. So we need to take charge of our health, of our transformation, of the tools that we have available to us, and more importantly, connect with the body, talk with the body, and heal ourselves. Now, I will be doing more videos on healing, but this is a quick alignment for you and cleansing that you can do when you have the flu or anything. The most important thing is your intention. You know that you are well. You no longer believe in the programs of illness. You have to transform the thought form and all the disempowerment programs that we have received from the pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry, that allows us to believe that we are not empowered with our health, that we have to depend on medicines, pills, chemicals to shift our physical health. And that's not true. That's very far from the true. That's very far from the truth. Health is a multidimensional aspect. It's a multidimensional project that we need to focus on, a constant project. And the health of the body and the mind are two things that we can no longer deny, no longer separate. Those things go together. And that goes for everyone on the planet. Anyone that's dealing with any situation, any kind of ailment, any kind of emotional imbalance, depression, this balance of the energetic body. Okay? So love yourself, connect with yourself, take the time to heal your body. Eat vibrant rainbow food. Your plate should look like a rainbow all the time. You guys should have some vegetables, some greens, some beets, some reds, some grains, some really nice nutrient-filled food, non-GMO, organic, filled with clean water. Make sure you're drinking a lot of awesome clean water, vitamin C, anything to help boost the immune system, your antioxidants, all of those things. Be mindful of all those things. We have to take all of it into consideration when it comes to our health, the health of our daily life, okay? I send you all my love, and I bless all of you with all infinite white healing over the entire planet, so that we can collectively move out of this transition that we're going through in this phase of healing. Connect with yourself. It is the most powerful thing to do. All my love.